Hello and welcome to Pod Bob's Bob Pod, where we are exceptionally close to being a palindrome, but not quite. I am your host, Pod Bob. Ladies and gentle-humans, I am absolutely delighted today to be joined by none other than my friend, my mentor, and I'm just going to say it, my hero, Mr. Bob Crawford. Bob, welcome to the pod.
Bob, it's great to be here. I'm really proud of you. You've come a long way. You got a long way to go.
I appreciate that, and at the same time, feel it was a little insulting. Bob, I also appreciate you sending me an advanced copy of your new book, America's Founding Son, due out March 10th. Can we pull up a graphic of Bob's new book? Evan, can you just put the No, Evan, don't put it over my face. No, don't put it over Bob's face. Can you just that's fine. Leave it there. Okay. There it is. Bob, now, just to be completely transparent, I'm what you call a skimmer, more than an actual reader. So tell me, what's in the book?
Well, this book is about John Quincy Adams. He was our sixth president.
Got it.
And what makes him really special
Well, I'm just going to stop you right there because I really do want to dive right in to the hot goss, because that's what's going to get us those sweet clicks. We want to get there real quick. So tell me, this is what the people want to know. Did John Adams invent his incredibly delicious beer before or after becoming president? And I think if it's the latter, we're talking abuse of power, are we not?
Well, actually, it wasn't John Adams. It was his cousin Samuel, who was the brewmaker.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm quite sure.
All right, well, I'm not sure if any of these other questions are going to work here. Let me just see. Beer, light beer, imported light beer. Oh, a revolution. No, that's beer revolution. Okay, you know what? Can we take a break here? Evan! Okay, we're back with the one and only Bob Crawford. Bob, let's get to know John Adams. Now, how long was he married to Abigail Adams, and did she help him to get elected?
Well, actually, Bob, my book isn't about John Adams. It's about his son, John Quincy Adams.
Are you serious? Okay, well, I mean, wouldn't that make Abigail his mom? I mean, she could have helped him get elected, didn't she? I mean, she probably packed his lunch when he went off to work at the White House every day. Am I right?
Sure. Well, actually, by the time he was president, his mother had passed away.
Evan! Okay, and we're back. So, John Quincy Adams was president?
John Quincy Adams was president from 1825 to March of 1829 when he left office.
Great. And he did what exactly?
He was a diplomat. George Washington appointed him to his first diplomatic post, but then he becomes president in a really controversial election in 1824.
I see.
Really February 1825. But then, Bob, this is why I wanted to write this book, because after he has a really bad failed one-term presidency, John Quincy Adams goes into Congress. He serves in the House of Representatives for another 17 years.
Wait, so from president, he goes to Congress for 7. So this is basically, it seems like a demotion, no?
Well, for some, it might be thought of that way, but John Quincy Adams, he was a public servant. His parents, who you mentioned, John and Abigail, raised him to serve his country above all else.
Well, I like that. And you bring up George Washington, which brings me to another question. Who wins in a fist fight, John Quincy Adams or GW?
John Quincy Adams was maybe one of our fittest presidents.
No kidding.
He loved to exercise. He would go swimming in the Potomac, buck naked. He would go skinny dipping, but he would swim in the Potomac.
He would swim buck. Buck. Did you hear that, Evan? Buck naked.
and he would also, Bob, he would walk around the Capitol and he would time himself how long it took him to get around the Capitol.
So therefore, maybe a bit of a brawler. Maybe this guy does have a little,
and he was kind of cantankerous. But George Washington though he was a big guy.
Tell me, what was John Quincy Adams like in person? Was he as cool as you expected? You must have been so excited to talk to him.
Well, let's see. He died in 1848, and it's 2026. So,
all right, yeah, by my calculations, that's at least 12 years. So you're saying you didn't even get to talk to him?
no, but
so this is all pretty much hearsay. I mean, your book is basically, I don't think any of this holds up. I watch a lot of crime drama. I don't think any of this holds up in a court of law, Bob.
Well, but I did use like archival resources. Like he left a diary. He actually left a diary that was 14,000 pages long. He kept a diary from when he was 15 years old to when he died at the age of 80.
I'm sorry, you said the diary was 14,000 pages?
That's right.
I mean, it sounds like this guy had a lot of emotional issues.
He may have suffered from what we today consider clinical depression.
Did he ever dish dirt on the other congressmen?
Oh,
Was he
yeah.
ever like, Thomas Jefferson wears long johns up to his neck? What a rube.
Bob, he kept an enemies list.
He kept an enemies list?
Well, in his journal, in his diary, he would single out people for ridicule. And
who's on the list, Bob? Tell me.
Well, Henry Clay, Andrew Jackson, John C. Calhoun,
Scab, Fartface.
The entire 24th Congress.
Major jerks.
A lot of people.
So in the vein of Mean Girls, he basically had a burn book. You're saying he had a burn book?
Yes, he definitely had a burn book. Yes.
I like it. Bob, what is the most surprising thing you learned about John Quincy Adams?
Well, I think it's the way he stood up against slavery when he was in Congress. So he was a failed one-term president. He goes into Congress.
Okay.
Southern congressmen pass a rule against him that says you can't mention slavery on the floor of Congress. And he fights against them, and he eventually wins.
So how do you think he feels about, your modern day robots and such? Would he be okay with them?
I think he'd be a little freaked out.
Yeah, and what about electric toothbrushes? I mean, it is a slippery slope.
I don't think his teeth were very good.
Now, Bob, I am a visual learner. I think there's a lot of us like me. Are there a lot of pictures in your book?
There actually are. There are these really great illustrations by a guy named Garrett Moreland.
All right. Well, I mean, some people let others draw their pictures, but I'd like to see you draw today, Bob. So if you got a piece of paper and a pencil handy there. All right, we're going to do our own John Adams sketches. All right, are you ready? On your marks, get set, go. Here we go.
Okay.
The drawing. Got yours ready. Oh, and pencils down, pencils down. Let's see what you got. I'll show you mine first. Here we are. Just going to flip that around. There's mine.
Bob, you are a man of many talents.
Let's see what you got, Bob. Can I see yours? Whenever you can.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Really good. All right, Bob. Well, I just want to thank you for your time and for sharing about your book, America's Founding Son, out March 10th. Is there anything else you'd like the people to know about your book?
I'm really excited to share the story of John Quincy Adams with everyone. Yeah. And it's available wherever fine books are sold.
Available wherever fine books are sold. Bob, could you just take us home and tell the folks at home, thanks so much for listening to Pod Bob's Bob Pod.
Thanks so much for listening to Pod Bob's Bob Pod.
Just a little faster, Bob.
Thanks so much for listening to Pod Bob's Bob Pod.
Just let it roll up. Pod Bob's Bob Pod.
Pod Bob's Bob Pod. Thanks so much for listening to Pod Bob's Bob Pod.
Maybe if you say it several times in a row, it'll be easier. Evan!